Now joining me in the studio is Harold, or Hal Marshall, candidate for the Uintah County Surveyor. Hal, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Tell me, why are you running for this office?
Well, there's a number of reasons. I guess the most important reasons is I feel that it's an important office and I have something to offer the public as far as my training and my experience and my background in surveying. I think that I'm able to fulfill the duties of the county surveyor and do it well. In the past, my father was county surveyor for a number of years, about 40, and as he was doing his work, I was on his crew for a lot of that time, and so I learned from him what the county surveyor's duties are, and I learned, I think, from the best. He's also trained many surveyors in our community that carry on that profession to date. And so through that experience, I went on and obtained an education. I became a civil engineer. I did my education in civil engineering and came back to the community again, which I'm glad was able to accomplish that, because I love Vernal, I love the basin, I love the people that are here, and the way of lifestyle that we have. And so being able to come back to the basin, I think, was a great accomplishment in my life. I went on and obtained more education in the survey field, and also got licensed as a surveyor. So I'm dual licensed civil engineer, a structural engineer also, and surveyor. But I really started out surveying, and most of my background, education, everything that I do is centered around surveying. So again, to answer your question, I think I have something to offer as a benefit to our community. A surveyor, county surveyor, doesn't do private surveys on county time. We do surveying for the county, in that we restore the monuments that control everybody else's land surveys. So your private land, or your maybe your business land, has a deed and it has a description on where that exists in the world. Those monuments are their beginning point for all of those descriptions. Well, if those monuments of the beginning point are missing, then it costs you as a private person much more money to reestablish those monuments. So the county does a service in order to restore, protect, upgrade those monuments. Of course, you know, things like nature, construction, all those things play a havoc on those monuments, and so they have to be maintained. So that's what the county surveyor's duty is to follow through. We also do some other things, like we check subdivision plats to make sure that they have the necessary things on them as they're being submitted for approval. But I've been to most of the monuments in the valley at one time or another throughout my life, either as part of the county surveyor's duties or as a private land surveyor. And so I'm familiar with the grids. I'm familiar with where the areas that are problematic in our community. Of course, the county doesn't have budget to be able to visit every monument, and so there are problem areas. We try to prioritize those. In the past, we've done that. The current land surveyor, John, he does that also. And we have a guideline, a set of rules that we use to be able to find and restore missing monuments. But I want to let the public know that finding those priorities for establishing or doing the county work needs to be done in cooperation with the other private land surveyors in the area.
We've got about 30 seconds.
And also with our elected officials. We need to identify those priorities, be able to address them, and work and concentrate in those areas. And my door will always be open for advice or consultation if somebody has questions about their land descriptions. and I hope that I will be able to serve the public. So I hope you'll vote for me and elect me to be your next county surveyor.
All right, thank you very much. Hal Harold Marshall, up for election as the Uinta County Surveyor. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I ran for office 4 years ago because, in my opinion, the county surveyor was in violation of Utah State Code with regards to section corner remonumentation. I've since brought the county into compliance with those regulations. I've also improved the storage devices for our permanent records and have placed on the county surveyor's website recorded survey plats and corner monument tie sheets. This gives private surveyors working in the county readily access to this information. This is important because it allows a surveyor to perform his work more precisely and in a more timely manner, which equates to quite a savings for the individual taxpayers as they pay for their boundary surveys. I've seen instances in our county where a survey costing $1,500 with a similar survey in another part of the county may cost $3,000 to $5,000 simply because of the lack of control. Now, we can't eliminate this problem overnight, but we can simply reduce its occurrence over a period of time. I'm running for office a second time because I've enjoyed what I do. I've enjoyed working with the people. I've enjoyed the work that I've done. I'd like to serve 1, possibly 2 more terms, and then it will be time to turn the reins over to someone else. I bring to the table a lifetime of experience, dedication, and training. I worked under the tutelage of Nelson Marshall, the previous county surveyor, for a period of 17 years. He was my mentor. I learned much from him. I respect him. I'm grateful that he was willing to share his knowledge with me. I became aware many years ago that although an apprenticeship is very vital in my profession, we also need to have some form of formal education. Now I have had several hundred hours in classroom instruction, subsequent research, and field work in specialized areas of my profession, such as boundary law, riparian rights, writing of legal descriptions, the public land survey system, dependent resurveys, or the following in the footsteps of the original surveyor. I also serve on the board of directors for the Utah Council of Land Surveyors, and am actively engaged in increasing and improving educational opportunities for those working in my profession and those desiring to work in it. Now, the county surveyor's office is a part-time position. I run my own business, and therefore I'm able to control my own time. I've also looked at the surveyor's office as we need to serve. And so as I've met with the county officials, county residents, surveyors, I've never charged for that time. We worked on projects, yes, we charged for it, but I've always done it at a greatly reduced cost to the county. I'm concerned about my challenger in this area. He's a good man, don't get me wrong, but he works for a corporation, and as an employee of that corporation, I don't know that he will have the ability or perhaps even the inclination to make those concessions to the county that I've done in the past. So if he's there, I feel that there's a good chance the county will be paying more for the work that they've been getting in the past. I believe I bring to the county qualifications which are just excellent. I appreciate my challenger and for the things that he's been able to do in his life and that, but I believe for those reasons I'm the better candidate. Thank you.
Well, that's it. Thank you for watching today's show. Remember, you can find this and other VTV programming on demand at www.strata.tv. Join us again next time.